Well, Kosho FMers, welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you're returning. Here we are at Pride Park with Derby County. Not just your ordinary standard vanilla Derby County, no, a Derby County that I've rinsed through the editor, I've pumped full of cash, given new owners, stripped out all the old players, well, most of the old players, and put in most of the wonder kids from the FM23 database. Well, when I say most, I mean enough to fill a squad and a subs bench anyway. The aim? Well, have some fun. We've got lots of money. We've got a lot of fun players. Let's see what we can win. So it's late in the FM23 cycle, and I was just getting fairly bored with all the options. And this had been something that I've been at the back of my mind. I'd sort of done it before in FMs in the past, and being the serial cheater that I am, I thought, well, why not? And I was looking for that club to sort of revitalise down the leagues. Could be Kaiserslautern, it could be Nantes. But I went with Derby because there's a connection here. Last FM22, we went with Nottingham Forest. Let's go with the rivals, Derby, a club with great history, well beloved, and it'll give me a chance to put in lots of Brian Clough references. So as I said, we've put in all the Wonder Kids, or the vast majority of the Wonder Kids that are in FM23, but we've also filled it full of cash. The Pinots of Run have taken over. I've stripped out all the other staff, or most of the staff anyway, and they bring with them lots and lots of money. $103 million in a transfer key. I don't think we'll need to touch that. We've got plenty of players here. We can use it for other things maybe. But it's there if we do need it, if something comes up. Media prediction has us at 6 still. I think that's just a game thing just built in. Derby's going to finish at 6. I think the club owners will want something more than that. Right. So according to Francois-Henri Pinault, starting 11, 4-2-3-1. I've got to say, pretty accurate, I'd have to say. Notto in the hole. Would I play Notto in the hole? I guess. Down in the, you've got Ganache on the right, Schlutteru on the left, Evan Ferguson up front, Scott and Lavia. I have a FM save without Scott. Larius also from Southampton. I'm not sure I'd play him at left back. I've got other plans for that. We've got Rico Lewis here, might be left. Hey, Fresneda, the Valladolid Wonderkid, insert, and then Antonio Silva and Scalvini in centre defence with Slonina as our keeper. I think probably the one area in terms of Wonder Kids where we're a little bit weak is in the keep area, but it's actually finding like incredible goalkeepers 18 years or less is quite hard, and he's probably the best. Or maybe James Trafford. No, James Trafford is too old. I think he's 20. But yeah, I mean, it's one of the problem areas. Hopefully, that solid central defence and midfield will keep him secure. That looks pretty good for a starting 11. So we talked about what the board wants. They want automatic promotion. So they're not saying winning, right? They want automatic promotion. So second spot. Well, I mean, if we're going to go for second, we should go for first. I'd like to go up as a winner. I've had a few sort of longer term saves over the last 2, 3 FMs where I've never gone up a winner. I'd like to go up a winner. I don't think League One's going to be particularly challenging. I think we should be okay there. I think the Championship will be tougher, and the Premiership even more so. These boys are talented, but they're not, I mean, we're not talking about top tier talent. We're talking about potential here. So, I don't think it's as obviously straightforward as it looks. So here is potential starting squad. There are some players down in the under 21s. In fact, we'll go have a look at those right now. So we can see that Knight is down there. As I said, there are still some Derby players here. Thompson is there. Lewis Sibley is still there. We want to keep some of these players. But also down here is Arda Gula. I think many FM players' favourite wonder kid of the FM23 cycle. Jean Neves, I think he's from Sporting. Um, Archie Gray from Leeds is here, and Goncalo Estevez. A lot of Portuguese here because they just have a lot of talent. I think pretty much all of those players will end up in the first 11. This looks pretty good, you'd have to say. It looks pretty good, and as we said earlier, that preview looks pretty accurate. So the aim here is obviously to try and keep these players because they're ambitious and they have incredible potential. On that subject, I've not changed anything about the players. All I did was alter their contract. So whatever their potential is, it was. I didn't wrap it up or anything like that. Didn't alter any attributes. Whatever they are in line enough just to move everyone over. We do need quite a lot of staff. Yep, pretty much empty. You've got a couple of minor people here, which we'll probably get rid of. So that'll be the work pre-season that I'll be doing, just bringing in the staff. Thank God I don't have to worry about the squad. That's great. We can get straight to the games. Speaking of the games, here's the fixture. If we start at home to Oxford, okay, well, we can come back for that game. Obviously, show how we went in pre-season. We'll stick in about another 3 games in there, and see how we look. Do we blow them away 10-0? If we do, you think, well, you know, it's a sign of things to come. And there are some teams here we need to beat. We need to beat Ipswich. We need to beat Portsmouth. Who else is down here? Barnsley are down here, and they're not bad. Barnsley are pretty good. Peterborough, I think they've rated, pretty well actually. Okay, so here's the season preview. We're top of the table. Look at those odds, hey? Yeah. Sheffield United second, okay. Ipswich third, Peterborough, okay. Barnsley, oh, there's Bolton, of course. Bolton are here. Barnsley down there. All right. So we are considered number one. Wow, I don't think that's a huge shock. And if we have a look at that sort of the League One sort of team, yeah, other than 2 players, it's our team. 3 players. Sorry, the goalkeeper Brad Collins of Barnsley. Hmm. All right, well, enough time at this end. I'm going to go off and have those pre-seasons, get some staff in, and come back for that Oxford game. Now, obviously, we're going to be here on the channel. We're going to be here. I hope to be here 3 times a week, but we're also going to be over on Twitch. So just check the link. Now, I'm back in Australia, so that's going to make it challenging for you internationals. See what I can do. That's about it. I'll be playing the evening, so that makes sense for those who are available during the day. Hope you'll join me for that as well. Anyway, I think that'll do for now. Let's go off, have some pre-season. Stay right there. I'll be back in a moment. And we are back ready for our first game of the season. We've got a bunch of games under our belt. We've got a house full of staff. Let's take a look. So firstly, staff. Yep, a bunch of them. We've recruited a lot. We've recruited every position. We've taken specific interest in making sure the under 21s and under 18s have roles. I'm just waiting for an assistant manager for the under 18s. We do have a current manager, Jake Buxton. He was here when I got here. He was good enough. Brought in Darren Arnott and Tom Parinello to look after the under 21s. Still recruiting coaching positions for that. We've got Phil Cannon as our head of youth development. Very, very good. Craig Shakespeare's in as our assistant manager. It's really rock solid assistant manager. Romeo Jozak is our director of football. Never heard of him before. 49-year-old Croatian. Looks pretty good. A bunch of abilities. Got a little bit of knowledge. He'll be looking after bringing, people in. Of course, because the nature of this game is we only sign 18 or younger. Yeah, Romeo's pretty restricted. That's okay. Tough. That's his job. And then, of course, bunch of coaching positions. We did actually have to expand it a bit to bring in some support with fitness, etc. But looking really solid across the board. Very happy with the training results. If we have a look here at the coaching assignments, looking good. What's happening there? A bit of heaviness there. What's happening there? Why are we so heavy? Let me change that around. There we go. That looks a bit better. But I'm happy with that star rating. Oh God, no. Yeah, we've got. I think that's it. I don't think we've got anyone else to come in staff wise. Oh no, I'm mistaken. There's Cameron Jones, assistant manager for the under 18s. So we've got Just coming in as a fitness coach, and we've got Irvin Vanderberg coming in, and it looks Chris Pinnock, 34-year-old goalkeeping coach, is being brought in by a technical director. Technical director, by the way, is Barry Carr, solid technical director. I think we actually poached him. I ended up taking him from someone just on free. Okay, thought maybe we brought him in from another club. All right, that's stuff. Let's look at the games. I mean, no surprise, everyone knows what pre-season in FM is like. It's often way too simple, so I'm not taking too much from this. And it did lead to a bunch of questions like, what's our best squad? When you've got wonder kids coming out of years, so how do you start? I mean, there are players who have contracts for regular starters. So you think, well, we're going to go with that to begin the season. If we're not getting performances, we'll bring the other ones in. But there was one major thing that came up, and that was a goal scorer. Wilfred Gnotto is the regular starter, and he's the most kind of obvious for that role. Evan Ferguson, though, I think he's a squad player. It might even be a future prospect. He was the guy who scored all the goals. Five in one game, I think two in the last game. So we're going to start with him, and I'll show you that in a moment. The one standout result there, that away game 1-1 to Rapid Vienna, you were thinking, hey, Derby League One team getting a draw away to Rapid Vienna. If we were in the Europa League, for instance, that'd be pretty good, and I wouldn't argue that. What will it mean for the first game of the season? I just don't know. I don't know. Um, One thing I did realise though is that we've got a lot of players, and we're probably going to have to loan a bunch out. I would say, two, three will need to go out. Nothing in midfield. We're probably looking at those attacking positions. I just want to make sure they get game time, and better game time than in the under 21s. And look, of course, there'll be players in the teams in the championship, I should say, that'll be happy to take a lot of those players. Anyway, let's have a look at the possible lineup. So we talked about 4-2-3-1, an asymmetric 4-2-3-1, and the only real change here is Ferguson up front. He won't be playing in this role, though. He'll be playing, of course, in that pressing forward role. Everyone else, though, is considered a regular. The only regular who's not starting, well, there's two, and that's Wilfred Gnotto and Osmani Diamandi. So they're the only two people who can't start. But we'll see how we go. Otherwise, if you're a regular or an important player, you're starting, and it's pretty simple, really. So attacking, not positive, but attacking. We should go for it. We should go for it, particularly at home. Now, I might change that, obviously, depending on how this first game goes, and we're going to find out how it goes. But I'm comfortable playing attacking at home at this stage, and probably positive away, maybe balanced against Ipswich, maybe we'll see how we go. So we're going to have to loan some players out because I forgot there's only seven, not nine here. So you can see a bunch of players here like Endrick, Vitor Roque, Mathis Tell. Now we don't have long to make a decision who those players will be. So we're going to need to get a couple of results under the belt and then loan players out. Work out who a first 11 is and go from there. Obviously, we'll have options to bring them back in. We don't have a lean squad by any means, but I don't want to leave myself in a position where a couple of injuries and we're struggling. Now, speaking of players going in and out,
Ooh, saucy.
there's 103 million euros in the bank. Now, what's interesting about this is that one of the objectives is to spend the original transfer budget. Now, we don't have to spend it this transfer window. We can have a look in summer and spend it then, but it is a preferred requirement. We'd like to tick that box. Now, in scouting, obviously I'm looking for players 18 or younger. The team haven't found all that much. Now, I could go and do a search and, I don't know, pay stupid money and bring someone in. Not against that. And just bring him in as a squad player, and we may have to do that. But at this stage, I'm not going to rush it. I'll probably wait to see how summer goes, unless someone pops up. But yeah, I think I want to tick that box. It is preferred, so yeah, we want to tick it. That's kind of it, really. Should we have a game? Let's have a game. All right, so everyone's kicking off, I believe. Oh, well, most of the games are today. We're, as I said, at home to Oxford. Let's get into it. Yep, opposition instructions. Attacking the positive. Hmm. All right, I'm going to listen. I'm going to listen. They're playing four at the back with there's Maguire with a defensive midfielder protecting that. So they want uh, those fullbacks or wingbacks to go forward. You can clearly see that. This is interesting. Now, they're playing this one formation, and I would like to play two, I think, because, you know, good, you get a lot of goals. And I might end up doing a sort of 4-4-2. We'll see. Let's see how this game goes first. This is interesting. Four at the back, but two up front, no wingers. I was for quite a while a fan of this formation, the 4-2-4 diamond, but we can't play it. We need wingers, so we're going to need to, but we're going to need to play them deep. We're going to need to play them here in that 4-4-2 anyway. When that's not happening today. I said this is what we're doing. This is the seven that are on the bench: Asprilla, Gnotto, Doi, Zé Emery, Larios, and Diamande. Diamande can kind of play as a right back, so got a bit of coverage there. And we've got a couple of midfielders and people who can either play up front or out in the wing. Okay, in the dressing room, we're favourites. Let's see how this goes. First talk of the season. Well, it's not bad. It isn't too bad, really. Yeah, okay. Let's see how Oxford line up, who they have. Maguire, I remember. Who else we got there? Do I remember anyone else? Carl Joseph. Oh, Lewis Bate, the loanee from Chelsea, I want to say. Yeah, okay. Anyway, 24 teams. Big. It's a big league, isn't it? It's a big league. We're going to have to fight a lot of games. A lot of games. Plus, we've got the cup. And I would like to win, maybe Papa John's. I'd like to win Papa John's. Maybe have a run in Carabao. We'll see. Okay, first highlight. It is theirs. We've cleared the ball. Anderson's on it. It's bringing it forward. He finds Fleming. Fleming crosses in. Joseph clips it over. Oh, gets a corner. Was that a save there? Okay, or maybe okay. Brannigan with the corner. It's clear, but only back to Brannigan. Out for a throw. Will we see that? No, we won't. As we get closer to 15 minutes, going to give a bit of encouraging. No change, though. Two shots, none on target. The reality of league games is hitting home, I think. Here we go. Gula fires it in. It's clear, but only to Alex Scott. Garnacho's on it. Finds Gula. No, he doesn't. Lewis. Lavia. Lavia's still on it. Moving the ball around. That's nice. Fresneda's coming forward. Will he cross? No. Scalvini. Lavia. Ooh, no. There's no one there to come forward. Antonio. Lewis. Finds Frodrich. Leo, what's happening there? It's a mess. Isn't he like 5 foot tall, Gula? I don't know. All right, another highlight. Wall Smith, Gula. Aye. We've got the ball back. No, we don't. Oh, come on, Anderson's on the ball. Fighting for the ball. That's good. Lane. Anderson's coming forward. Ah, look at that. Schluter, Schluter. He's got the ball back. Lavia finds Gula. He's being forced back. Ah, come on, son. Ania, Lavia. What's he going to do? Lewis. Oh, look at that. Ferguson's through. First goal of the season. Evan Ferguson. He's a replay. Sorry, I had a bit of a cough. Look at that. Ferguson breaking through. He's a big unit, isn't he? Realised, of course, that Larios, who I believe is a starter, I think, isn't starting. I've got Rico Lewis there. Okay. All right. So we go goal up, 30 minutes. Can we get another one before half time? All right. Another highlight, though. That's good. Lewis. Lewis releases Schlover. Ferguson. Ooh, heads it just wide of the post there. All right. Heading to half time. Just a single minute. What was it? 9 shots, but only the one on target, which is the goal. All right, in the dressing room with a don't let your performance levels drop. Yeah, Larios. I thought Larios was a starter, but maybe I wasn't paying attention there. Anyway, let's have a look here. So Gula's on a 6. I'm going to bring on a Spria. Let's bring him on. Well, it's early, I know, but let's give him a go. Where's the individuals? There we go. Spria, come on, go out there and make a difference. He's composed. Composed is good. I'd like more goals. All right, we're heading to 60 minutes. I'm actually going to change to attacking. Let's have a look about some subs now. So Lavi is looking a bit tired. He's not 6'8" though. Um, mm, well, who can we bring in? Let's bring in Zé Emery as a deep line playmaker, but on the fan. So Garnacho, do I bring on? Let's bring on Nyota. Let's bring on. No, actually, I can't do that, can I? That's the wrong side of the field. All right, we'll leave it for now. Let's. Don't make me proud. Look at that. He's pleased. That's good. All right, go and get a result for me. So we've moved to attacking, substitution, more goals. All right, 70 minutes, still only the one goal, only the one shot on target. I'm bringing Giotto on, I'm afraid. I'm bringing Giotto on to advance forward. So, of course, that means we're going to go the early crosses and low. I'm also going to put a bit more length on that passing. What else do we want to do here? So, Lewis, let's bring on um, Larios for Lewis. Okay, so pump the fist, get out there. Everyone's composed. That will do. Come back to a highlight. Is it a real highlight? Let's wait and see. I think this is a substitution highlight. Scott coming forward with the ball. Back to Fresneda. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, nah, this has got all the hallmarks of a substitution highlight. Garnacho, Fresneda, Scott, Espria, Ferguson. See, Emery loses the ball. Oh dear. Yes, just as I thought. All right. So what I'm going to do at 80 minutes is I'm going to take on pressing and we're going to go to regrouping and countering just to keep everyone a bit fit and healthy. It generates a highlight. It would seem Fresneda's coming forward. It's Bria. Tries to chip the keeper, but the keeper comes out, forces a corner. Blip, blip. Swings it in. Ganacho's on it. What can he do? So Emery fires it in, but it's wild. Oh, corner, got a deflection. Cool. All right. Little bit. Corner. It's going to be an outswinger. Spree collects. What I'd like to do actually is put a Spreer on attack. You see there's a highlight here. Hmm. Hmm. Was Breen offside? Oh my God, he wasn't offside. Holy laid him onside. Oh dear. Well, that is interesting. Yep, he's onside, all right. Okay. Yep. Um, we're gonna keep with that. I'm gonna push a little forward. Where he can get distribute quickly and get the tempo a bit higher, hey? Let's go very attacking. Come on, demand more. 5 minutes. With just the one shot on target, can we not get another goal here? This is outrageous. 13 shots, but just the one on target. 4 minutes of injury time. Are we going to see another goal? We are going to see a highlight. Espria, Larios. Spree shoots. I think that, oh no, here we go. Another highlight. Goldsmith. We're on the ball. Garnacho. Espria. He can't believe us. He's on it. No, Bosman's on it. Brown's on it, but we get the ball back. So Emery. Scalvini. Come on, guys. Oh, was he onside? Was he onside? Was he onside? It won't stand. He wasn't onside. Wow. So we're going to draw our first game 1-1. Okay. What's happening here? Oh, this is the highlight. Yep. Okay. Probably comes from being that 1-1 first game. Okay. They had 6 shots, 3 on target. We had just the one on target. Plenty of shots, but just the one on target. Mm. Mm. So what do we learn from this? I think we learned that it's a new squad. They're all getting to know each other. I think it's not the worst result, obviously, but I think it shows us that it's not going to be a walk. It's not going to be a cakewalk. This one, we're going to have to try hard. I think we're going to have to be careful how we play. We might want to not go too crazy with the attacking, particularly away. By the look of this, I think we're going to need to be solid. I might have a look at 4-4-2. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. We're gonna have a look at other formations. At least one, at least two up front. All right, let's have a look when we'll be back next. All right, so that is the league table. Everyone did played. Carlton topping the table. But there's Barnsley. There you go. And Shrewsbury, a strange little start to the season. Ipswich lost their game. Who else lost? They're the big losers there. A lot of draws. We drew. Portsmouth drew. They're the big teams. Bolton won. That's interesting. Barnsley won. I'm not hugely surprised by that. Yeah. All right. So next game. All right, well, the game that stands out is another home game. That's Peterborough because they are predicted to finish third. So, well, we want to get a win. Uh, Obviously, there's a bunch of games there to be had. Remember, we'll be playing a lot of those games over on the Twitch. So come and follow me over there. Link is below. If you want to see some live games, as I said, I'll try and play the evenings to keep you Northern Hemisphere folk. Okay. I don't know what to think. I'm not disappointed. I just feel that um, it's hard to know. The squad barely know them. They barely know each other. I, I'm not terribly upset by that. I mean, I did kind of play into it in attempting to win the game. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you'll join me again for the next episode. We'll have two games at least. We'll have that game against Peterborough. And whatever the other game is, if it's not the one directly before it after it, we'll find a game close to it that's suitable. Okay, thank you again for joining me. Until next time, La Starate.